Hello, this is Greg with Maximum Visibility Marketing, and first off, I just want to thank you for taking a few minutes from your day to watch this quick video. I think if you absorb it and use it, put it to use in your business, it will benefit your company, and it will certainly help grow your bottom line. So I'm going to keep this quick. We're going to hustle through this, and at the end of it, like I said, I hope you'll take away the information and put it to use in your business. So the title of the presentation is Traffic Strategy: How to Use Today's Technology to Grow Your Business. So do you have capacity for growth is the first question I want to ask. So whatever type of business you are, you may have the ability to grow your business without making any additional capital investments, hiring new people, putting in new equipment, or making any other major modifications in that business. So by that, what I mean is you may have a capacity to do $30,000 in monthly revenue, but right now you're only producing $21,000 in revenue. So what that does is it obviously leaves a delta of $9,000. So the question is, do you want the extra $9,000? And I think everybody would say, yes, absolutely, I do. But the other question becomes, what would you pay for that revenue? And by that, I mean that to acquire new revenue, if you're not getting it already, there's a reason for that. And it may be that you need to spend some money, whether it be on a salesperson or some ad strategy to get it. So would you spend $8,000 or $6,000 or $3,000, $1,000? In a small business scenario, you're probably not going to spend $6,000 or $8,000 to get $9,000, especially if it's not guaranteed. If it's $3,000, that might be in the ballpark. If it's $1,000, you'd probably look at that and say, wow, that's a risk worth taking, assuming that if I'm spending $1,000, I'm probably going to bring something in, and you certainly hope that it's going to be more than that $1,000. But we're going to go through it, and I'll show you in this presentation quickly what you might be able to do in your business to generate that new revenue at a fairly low cost. So what I'm talking about here is paid traffic. And when we think about that, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, but there's also AdWords. A lot of folks aren't using it, and there's a reluctance. I think the perception is that it's expensive and it doesn't work. But consider this: if you do a little bit of research, you can go online and search for the products and services that you sell, and you'll probably see a few ads at the top of the first page of Google results. And some of those may be competitors in your local market that you're 100% familiar with, and you may have done these searches in the past, you may have seen them in the past. You still see them today, you'll still see them tomorrow and next month. So what does that tell you? It means that if they're still there and they continue to advertise, that they must be getting a return on that, unless they're absolutely stupid and they're not monitoring their ads, they're not monitoring their spend, and they have no idea if there is an ROI on it. But I would think that most business owners would have the wherewithal to monitor that and manage it properly to see that there is a return. And then the other side of this is Bing ads. And a lot of people forget about Bing. They think, well, it's the little guy. Nobody actually uses Bing. Many of us don't, but through their network, which includes Yahoo and others, they do get search, and you will get clicks as well if you're using Bing ads. So let me just go through this quickly. A little case study here that I did with a client of mine over a 2-month period. I pulled the statistics out of AdWords, and this is what it looked like. So again, I'm going to go through this really quickly. We had 7,800 plus impressions over that 2-month period. We got 92 clicks, and obviously doing some simple math, that works out to 1.18% click-through rate. Not fantastic, but we're getting clicks, and you only get charged when you get clicks. Now with AdWords, the cost per click, depending on the market you're in, is going to be higher than Bing. And again, depending on what you sell, it's going to be higher or lower for different products and services. In this case, what we were working on for this person, it averaged out to $6.50 per click over that month. So the total spend was $598 in ad spend. And from those 92 clicks, we were getting about a 40% booking rate for the services he offers. So on a weekly basis, he was getting about 4 new service bookings, and they can range from just under $200. He had one that was well over $2,000. But just to be very conservative on this, I've used $250. So every week he's getting about another $1,000 in new revenue. So $4,000 in monthly revenue for a cost of $598 over that 2-month period. So the monthly revenue of $4,000, he paid just about $300 to get that revenue. So that is really good. Now what we've done is we've tweaked some of these ads, modified some of the words we've used, keywords, And this is done through the reporting functions that they provide. You want to make sure that this thing is firing on all cylinders and it's as efficient as possible. So what we've done over the last couple of weeks was we've improved the click-through rate to 1.54%, and our CPC, cost per click, dropped down to $5.68. And we're still getting a similar volume of impressions. The clicks are, obviously a little bit higher, so this means that the revenue is going to grow for a lower cost. So as good as the left side of this page looks, it's getting even better over the last couple of weeks. Now let's look at the Bing side of things. Again, a lot of people forget about it. So the same period, 2 months, February and March, we didn't get as many impressions, but it was darn close. We got 88 clicks, which again is very close to what we had before with AdWords. The click-through rate was slightly higher over that 2-month period at 1.32%, and our cost per click was only $2.43. So you can see here that we're getting similar results for about half the price. So that's fantastic. The total spend over that 2-month period then is $213. And again, the rest of it works out the same. 4 service bookings out of those clicks, $4,000 in new monthly revenue for a total cost of $213 over the 2-month period. So, call it $100 to get $4,000 in new revenue. So you're probably doing the math, but here it is for you instead. The total spend for both AdWords and Bing, $811 over that 2-month period, and that's $8,000 in new monthly revenue. So $16,000 in revenue on an $811 spend. So hopefully you're kind of starting to get the wheels turning here and realizing that this is a great way to perhaps fill that delta that you may have in your business and just close that gap between your capacity and your current production levels. But the key here, I don't want you to be worried that this is going to get overwhelming. The key is to start small and then test. And you can see that that's what we've been doing with the client based on the slide I showed you a couple slides ago. So you can start with just $10 per day. And the great thing is when you start with either AdWords or Bing, just do a search online for coupon codes. And oftentimes what they offer is you spend $25 and they'll give you $75 or $100. I've even seen some for as high as I think $150 in spend after you've spent that first $25 to $50. So have a look for those. But what it means is that you only have to spend $25 to get that extra chunk, and then you can start running some tests. And really, if your business isn't worth spending quick $25 on, I don't know what is, but it gives you an opportunity just to run $100 plus worth of ads and see if it's going to work for your business. And if it does, you keep doing what you're doing. But the goal is here, you do want to monitor, tweak, and scale just to make sure that it is working for your business. Don't just set it and forget it and walk away from it. You really need to be on top of it. Change ads, change the wording, capitalize certain things, exclamation marks. It's the slightest changes sometimes can make the biggest difference. And by biggest difference, it may only be 0.5% extra click-through rate, but at the end of the day, that can really improve your returns. So like I said, this is quick. I'm going to give you my website address here. It's maximumvisibilitymarketing.com. And if you go to /blog, we've got several articles listed there on specifically AdWords and Bing ads, how you can spy on your competitors, kind of figure out what they're doing, reverse engineer it, and then do it for yourself. As I said at the beginning of the presentation, if they're doing it and they're continuing to do it, they must be getting a return. So why not just do exactly what they're doing? Just spy on them, copy it, and hopefully you'll get the returns that they are. And then the second extension on my website, you'll see there's a button at the top when you do go there anyway, but if you want to go directly there, it's just /free-report. And in that guide, we give you step-by-step instructions on how to set up these campaigns on your own and start running this and improving your business and hopefully your bottom line. So we ran through it quickly, a lot of information there, but I just want to kind of clarify things for people and help you understand that it's not crazy expensive. It's a great way to grow your business, and I hope you'll do it. So thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully it can grow your bottom line.